Hello dear viewers, welcome to ERi-TV English News Broadcast with me, Bersa Betagle. Coming up are the major headlines for today. Eritrean delegation met and held talks with Foreign Minister of the Russian Federation. Seminar conducted towards disabled veterans in Sweden. South Korea and U.S. to hold largest live fire drills in June. And Israeli airstrike targets Syria's Aleppo airport, according to a statement. On your local reports, senior Eritrean delegation led by Mr. Usman Saleh, Minister of Foreign Affairs, met and held talks in Sochi with Mr. Sergei Lavrov, Foreign Minister of the Russian Federation. The two sides conducted friendly and comprehensive discussion spanning bilateral relations as well as regional and global developments. Regarding bilateral relations, the two sides focused on concrete measures to develop cooperation in the political, diplomatic, economic, cultural, and military and technical cooperation. Subsequent to their productive talks, the two foreign ministers held a joint press conference which underscored the convergence of views between the two countries. Foreign Minister Usman Saleh reaffirmed Eritrea's independent and principled position on the Ukraine pretext that has sadly sacrificed Ukraine and its people for the purpose of destroying the Russian Federation, just as the Taiwan issue is being foisted as a pretext to bring to a halt China's peaceful rise by any means necessary, including violent conflicts. Mr. Fissahaye Tesfa Mikael, chairman of the National Association of Eritrean War Disabled Veterans, conducted seminar to members in the Swedish cities of Gothenburg and Örebro. At the seminar, Mr. Fissahaye gave detailed briefing on the history and mission of the association and achievements registered in the past 30 years, as well as on the activities carried out to rehabilitate war disabled veterans and challenges encountered. Mr. Fissahaye also commended the financial and material support being extended to the National Association by branches of the association in the diaspora. Mr. Fissahaye went on to say that the branches of the association in various countries have contributed $922,350, 11,250 euros, rather 258 euros, 32,695 pounds, 90,000 kroner, and 81,482 NAFA towards the implementation of the programs of the association. Financial support has been extended to foster families in Eritrea subzone. According to a report, 120,000 NAFA has been contributed in connection with International Women's Day and has been distributed to foster families from 21 administrative areas. Commending for the initiative, Mr. Hassaw Alom, representative of the National Union of Eritrean Women in the subzone, said that supporting disadvantaged citizens is part of the noble culture of the Eritrean society and called on others to take similar initiatives. In the same vein, award has been provided to 36 female students that scored above 90 points in the first semester examination of the 2022 and 2023 academic year. The award was provided by the Ministry of Education branch in Eritrea subzone. On your last local news, vocational training has been organized to 385 youths in the subzones of Sel'a, Logo Ansaba, and Mogolo, Gashbarka region. According to a report, 68 female youths in the subzones of Logo Ansaba and Mogolo were provided training on beauty salon, 67 youths in Mogolo on the mission and core values of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students, 69 youths in Sel'a on first aid, and 161 youth workers on administration and leadership. Speaking at the closing events of the trainings, Mr. Saleh Ahmed Din, chairman of the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students, and Mr. Marikos Grmadian, head of the organizational and political affairs at the union branch in the region, said that the objective of the trainings was to strengthen organizational capacity of the youth in remote parts of the region and called for creating employment opportunities for the youth in accordance with the training they have been provided. Dear viewers, to stay with us for the international reports after the short break. Welcome back. South Korean and U.S. forces withhold their largest ever live-fire exercises in June in a show to force North Korea, which has ratcheted up tensions with multiple missile launches, South Korea's defense ministry said today. The exercises are part of a series of events marking the 70th anniversary of the alliance between the two countries this year. The United States has about 28,500 troops in South Korea. U.S. and South Korean forces have been carrying out various types of military training in recent weeks, including air and sea drills involving American B-1B bombers and their first large-scale amphibious landing exercises in 5 years. North Korea has reacted furiously to those drills, calling them a rehearsal for its invasion. In recent weeks, North Korea has been ramping up its military tests, firing an intercontinental ballistic missile last week and conducting a nuclear counterattack simulation against the U.S. and South Korea over the weekend. An Israeli airstrike hit near Syria's Aleppo airport today, causing material damage and shutting down all operations there, Syrian officials said, while regional intelligence sources said the attack hit an Iranian arms depot. Israel has for years carried out attacks against what it has described as Iran-linked targets in Syria, where Tehran's influence has grown since it began supporting President Bashar al-Assad in the civil war that started in 2011. In the third attack on Aleppo airport in 6 months, Israel launched a number of missiles from the Mediterranean Sea west of the coastal city of Latakia at 3:55 a.m., the Syrian Defense Ministry said in a statement on state media. The strike put the airport out of service and teams were working on repairs, the head of Syrian Civil Aviation Service told local media outlet. Israel has intensified strikes on Syrian airports and air bases in particular to disrupt Iran's use of aerial supply lines to deliver arms to its allies, including Lebanon's Iran-backed Hezbollah, which has also deployed fighters to back Assad. An Israeli military spokesperson declined to give any further comment. On your final report, inflation in the United Kingdom unexpectedly rose to 10.4% in February, pushed by higher food prices and pricier drinks in restaurants, official data showed today, a day before the Bank of England announced its latest interest rate decision. On Thursday, the Bank of England is due to announce whether it has raised interest rates for an 11th meeting in a row. Investors are split on whether it will pause its run of increases in borrowing costs because of the recent upheaval in the global banking sector. According to Richard Carter, head of fixed interest research at Quilter Cheviot, given the market movements of late, this puts the Bank of England in an incredibly difficult position, as it may not be enough for the Bank of England to press pause on the rate hikes. Interest rate futures showed a 100% chance that the Bank of England would raise rates by at least a quarter point, up from just over 50% late on Tuesday. Dear viewers, that was all with your domestic and international reports, and now recap of the major headlines. Eritrean delegation met and held talks with Foreign Minister of the Russian Federation. Seminar conducted towards disabled veterans in Sweden. South Korea and U.S. to hold the largest live-fire drills in June. And Israeli airstrike targets Syria's Aleppo airport, according to a statement. Dear viewers, that was it for today. Thanks for watching and have a good one.